How's it going, everyone? We are back, and we today have got the new Moza TSW truck wheel. It finally came in, and I know a lot of you are still waiting on it, but yeah, we're gonna drive with it. We are going to be in Harven's W990, and you know, it's a truck that you see a lot of automatics for. I'm just decided to do an automatic with this wheel. It seems like more of a modern truck wheel, so it'd be a good chance to break out the automatic shift module and go ahead and take it for a spin. We are going to be taking empty pallets to Bend, Oregon from Kenworth in Seattle. So let's go ahead and get this fired up. Now this, I personally think Harven's W990 is a pretty underrated mod. Not a ton of customization to it, but you know what? It's, I don't know, I've always really liked this truck. The hood mirrors are, I was back and forth on whether to put those in or not. But I like hood mirrors generally. I know a lot of guys don't. But, you know, we'll roll with them today. So, and we are already hooked up and ready to roll. So, yeah, this wheel came in today, and it's a 16-inch, 400 millimeter. I'm so used to an 18-inch. The force feedback is very different, but as you can see, I mean, it's a super nice wheel, just like everything, you know, from Moza. It has all of these light up buttons on it, and I switched a lot of buttons over to work from the steering wheel for this run, that I generally work from my button box. And you can see here it's got an RPM indicator. Probably needs adjusted, but then again, we're on an automatic. It's going to be shifting pretty early. And you're supposed to be able to change the colors of all of the individual lights on here. But I saw guys online doing it, and I updated my Moza Pit House firmware. I looked for beta versions. I cannot see where to do it. The guys in the videos are kind of just hovering over the buttons, and it's giving them the option to change the colors, and it is not doing that for me. So if anyone knows how to do it, please let me know, because I think that would be really neat. But regardless, we're kind of with the you know, light blue on here, which is fine. But I think changing all of the colors individually would be really neat. But I will say, off of first impressions, oops, flip my wipers there. All of the buttons on here are short click, firm, feel really good. I got no complaints. You know, the leather feels really nice. It's not real leather, obviously, you know, but it's an aluminum body. And see if I can pay attention to my speed limit today. Last go around, I let it go a little bit, but I want to try and make this video not so long. We covered a lot the last video, but yeah, something I do want to do for these wheels, if possible, is come out with something to cover up this Moza emblem, like a Peterbilt logo, you know, any kind of logo. I think Freightliner would look really good on there too, just because of the shape. Now, the Moza emblem on here is raised off of the steering wheel a little bit, and so that's going to present a little bit of a challenge. It's not flush, but you know, we'll see what we come up with. I'm sure I'll find something. But And also, as far as the video, I am trying out a new microphone. I apologize. Oh, we're gonna stop at this wait station. I apologize for. I mean, the audio was fine, but I did have someone bring up, which I did think when I was listening to it, that maybe the microphone sounded a little funky. So let me know what you guys think of this one. And really, the only other thing that's kind of weird about it, two small things. I'm kind of nitpicking, but we're sitting at 53,000, so we are good. While we're here, let's take a look. Kenworth W990 pulling a Kenworth trailer. We will take that. I got her kind of lit up. Too bad we probably won't be driving at night, but anyway, with recording, I'm going to try and maybe focus on the entire setup more based off of what some people were saying, other than first person. And because first person, I'm playing triple monitor, you only get the center screen, so we'll see what we get. And if I look behind here to look at this camera, that's just because I'm making sure it's still recording. I fixed some settings that should help it, but I think there's still a limit on it. I got to figure out a way around that, but so if there's a pause in the video, that's probably why. But anyway, what I was getting at was nitpicking with this wheel a little bit. The center here is raised up a little higher than the ring on the outside, which I don't know, is weird to me. I feel like all the other ones kind of sink in a little bit, but this one's kind of up in the middle. I'm not sure I've ever seen a wheel like that. What is the speed limit where we're at right now? Because I'm going at 60. It might be 55. I know going through Seattle, it's kind of weird sometimes, the speed limits. But yeah, so there's that. Not a big deal. But and then the only other thing is, if you go to one-hand turn, I tend to do it like this, starting here, or if you can't see, like right here. And when I do that, my hand will touch these, press these buttons while turning. So I'm sure I'll learn it and just start turning up here. But okay, it looks like it's 60 where we are. So we'll go ahead and start our cruise. There's a cruise button right here. So our cruise is set. We have on the left side here, we have cruise speed up and down. And then there's also resume. Resume is on the same button as cruise control speed up. So the way I mapped it was cruise control speed up was just pressing it. And if you've noticed recently on ATS, there's a function for hold. If you hold down a button, you can map the same button to two things. So I have it that if I hold that button down where it says resume plus, it will resume. If I just tap it, it's going to take my cruise control speed up. So that works out pretty well. So we got cruise control plus and minus over here. Horn, just my regular electric horn. There is a scroll wheel right here where my left thumb is and my right thumb. They are a little clicky. And okay, trucks are still at 60. They're a little clicky. They're really nice. They're metal. They're metal scroll wheels. I haven't figured out what to use those for. There's two joysticks here, and this one here I kind of have mapped to look around, kind of like that. Because sometimes I'll look out the, if I'm backing up, I'll poke my head out the window or something. I am going to be drinking while we do this sometimes. But that's all right. Where else can you drink and drive, right? And then on the inside here, you have a left arrow, you have a right arrow over here. You have high beams, lights, so like light modes and then high beams is what you can use those for in ATS. Your cruise control, wipers, and then there's a settings icon over here on the right and a home, kind of a home and enter key. And then on the far right here you have volume up, volume down, and mute. You can map that to your music. I use the music in game, that's why I put a little mock radio in on my my dash here. But so yeah, leather feels great, everything feels great on it. Once I figure out how to change color of the lights, we'll be good to go. Yeah, getting in on this truck. This truck is free on Steam Workshop. I'm sure most of you already know that and have probably driven it already. I think the textures are really good on it. I love when you feel like driving, you know, like when you go to drive, I switch between automatic and manual, and when I go to drive an automatic, I always feel dumb driving like a 389, or I know they're out there, but I'm just saying, like, you know, those are the trucks you want to drive, 18-speed manual, you know, grinding gears and stuff, but, you know, this truck is modern. It's like, you still got the big long hood in front of you, and you don't feel dumb driving the auto in it. Most of the auto trucks now, you can't even see the hood in front of you. So, you know, I definitely get the urge to drive it every so often. I think we're still in a 60. There was a speed limit sign right there I just missed. And here is the big bridge. I remember this one because, yeah. There was one of these bridges that had like a stoplight right in the middle of it. And I can't remember where it was. I might be completely out in left field talking about this, but yeah, one of them had a stop one time. I think it was for a boat or something, but yeah, if you have not checked this truck out, check it out, and if nothing else, just put it in your mod library for when you get the urge. It's a cool truck. Oh, and I do have the tilt base on now too. My wheel was tilted anyway. That was a permanent fixed mount that I built, and it couldn't be adjusted. Okay, we're going down to, so I'm going to turn cruise control off. Go down to 50 here. Man, 50, it's usually 55 at least. You see RPM indicator go off there a little bit. In automatic, doesn't really matter. It's kind of a mute point, but, you know, I don't know, I might rarely use this driving stick, but regardless, yeah, so I got the tilt base on now, and I thought to myself, oh, it'd be cool to have that, because I race sometimes, and it'd be cool to have my wheel at a 90-degree angle when racing, and so I could adjust it. Well, you adjust this thing down to 90 degrees, you're on the floor, and so I don't know, I gotta figure out a way around that. But the tilting up for the truck, it's great, it's perfect. It's real solid. It's going to depend more on the rigidity of your desk. I want to make sure I said that right. It's going to depend more on the strength of your desk than the clamp. The clamp is solid. You're not bending that. Let's have a look outside for a minute. As long as I don't crash, we'll see how that goes. Yep, off the road already. Looks like we're going through Portland. Looking at the ELD there. And let's see if we are going to the left or right up here. Yeah, and on the ELD, I know once again a lot of you follow me on Facebook. The frame I have, looks like we're going to the right. The frame I have for it now has light up buttons and light up ring on it. It's going to turn our cruise off. I reach for my button box for the cruise when it's on here now. But yeah, and the ring does change color. It does not sync with the drive time in the game like in real life, unfortunately. I wish it did. That would be really neat. But, you know, that's what I do. I make something and then I decide to take it a step further. But, yeah, so that turned out good. I think I'm done with that design on that. That will be something that will be... Okay, we're up to 55 now. So let's set cruise. So right now we're set, yeah, we're at like 50. 3, 4, 5. Click that up 5 times. So yeah, it should be a mile an hour. I think you can adjust it in settings, but yep. All right, yep. So that worked real well. Clicking that up 1 mile an hour at a time. But yeah, the ELD frames I won't mind making for people once the custom shop opens. It just because, and it's got to be a custom shop item just because of tablet size. And hey, over time, maybe I'll collect enough of a library that it won't be that big of a deal. But yeah, so that turned out real cool. Let's have another look outside. It's a good looking truck. If you see these trucks on the road, they look really good. I mean, I don't know, I know a lot of you are like, oh, only the old stuff. Like, no, I mean, I personally think this is a really good looking truck. In person, they're huge. They are massive trucks. They're long, they're just, where I am at least, you don't see them very much. I'm in Ohio, as some of you know, but, okay, are we still at 55 miles an hour? Man, oh man. You know what? Through California, or, I guess a lot of it is 55 in this game, I forgot. But anyway, nice relaxing drive. But yeah, I like the 990s. I think they're a cool truck. Having my Nitro Stout. And yeah, we are in a Kenworth, obviously. So I've got the Kenworth gauges going. Next video will be a different brand. Yeah, my boys really like the wheel. They were all excited when they found out it came today. So they were driving with it for a little bit, but they like it. It's good for them. It's got the horn button on it. That's what they're concerned about. How are we? We're good on fuel. But it's smaller than my 18s. Easier for them to control. Go up to 50. All right, that little jump right there in the video. See, that's what I mean. For one reason or another, I have a huge card in that camera, and the settings they're set to where I can record the most amount of time and everything. And it's a real nice Canon camera and everything, and but I don't know, it just cuts out after a certain amount. It's got plenty of space on the card. It's not a space issue. So it's hooked up to a power adapter. I gotta figure that out. But hey, as I get into more of this recording, I'm gonna have to work out some of the bugs. But I do want to know from you guys what you think about the different views I'm trying, and what's your favorite view? Do you like the full screen to be this one here? Of the problem is that camera doesn't show the game the way that it looks in screen recording as clearly. So, you know, you'll just have to let me know what you think. What's your favorite view? Do you want a view of something else? You know, stuff like that. Like, what do you think would be good? I think offering, you know, a main screen and then a view in the bottom left and a view in the bottom right would be kind of cool with the size of this setup. Oh yeah, 50. Should be in the 55 here. Last I saw. It's the last I saw, officer. Tell you what, Washington, first state, nothing new about it to us who've been doing this for a while, but it's always nice driving through Washington here. Can't wait till they get to Ohio, because I have never known how accurate they are with their maps. You know, when you drive through an area, I don't know if it gives you kind of the gist of an area. Is it like dead on? Is it not accurate at all? They just throw the really big stuff in. Like, I don't know. I've never been. I've been to Alaska. I've never really been further west than western Oklahoma when I drove. Alright, took a little break there to refill my drink and use the restroom. We're going past the old horse figures. I'll have to look that up, see where that is. I assume it's real. Maybe some of you that live out there can tell me. I can't imagine they would put something in like that without being real. Make sure this camera's good. Flip that screen up so I can see it. Yeah, we'll get these bugs fixed on. I'm still kind of learning what I'm doing, so usually just making little product videos and stuff. I'm not usually not doing it for this long with this many cameras, so. Alright, we are just 12 minutes away. We are almost there. 12 minutes game time. Which we all know is like 30 seconds. But yeah, if you're on the fence about this truck wheel, I mean, you know, everyone's different. But I don't know, I'm just really happy that a big company like that is paying attention to the truck sim world, because, you know, let's face it, it's not often you see these big companies come out with I mean, really ever they come out with anything for, you know, truck sim. So I'm just happy to see that. It'll be a good addition to the collection, and, you know, good for the kids to use. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm going to use it too. It's really nice. So, but I do love my SCI wheels. But yeah, next episode, I don't know, maybe I'll do, I'm kind of feeling the FLX 359 and do the 20-inch retro wheel. That might be a good one to do. here past the highway. The overpass. Starting to get dark. Not dark. Sun's just starting to get low. Yeah, that's another thing I noticed in the last recording was it started to get dark on the screen recording. It looked a lot darker in the screen recording, you know, in the game than it did me sitting here playing it. Because I was sitting there watching and I'm like, why didn't you turn your lights on? And I was like, well, it didn't look like I needed it yet. So that was kind of weird. Right up in here. So Amish furniture. Is that what they make Amish furniture out of? Old pallets? Yeah, wood is wood, right? Sand it down. I am not sure I've ever been to this drop-off before. Obviously a state that's been around forever in the sim, but I cannot say, hey buddy, you having lunch? Yeah, man, we are right up on it. Let's really bender. If we can do this without hitting anything. Clear that. All right. Close there. Made that. Yeah, I don't remember ever dropping off at this point before. Not a bad one, just got to flip around and you can back right in here. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I think next time, I think I'll go ahead and go with FLX's 359 with the retro wheel. All the big 20-incher on here. And maybe I'll try and get together a set of 359 gauges for the dash here. Ain't made 359 gauges yet, got 379. You know, we'll see. See if I got time for that. Get a new set of gauges together, put the wheel on here. That way it'll look a little different for you guys. Yeah, if you have a Moza steering base already, yeah, go grab this wheel. It's nice for sure. No complaints. We got a couple nitpicks, but that's just nitpicking. It's no real problem. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one.